Here we are at the Greater Arlington Chamber of Commerce in our beautiful Sargent Studios. Today on our member spotlights, we're featuring a restaurant here in town, and not just any restaurant, a very prominent restaurant. You've seen them everywhere. You've seen them on television, and hopefully you've seen them from the inside because they are fantastic. The name of the restaurant today is Prince Lebanese Grill. We have not one but two guests today, Elizabeth and Aziz Kobty, our guests. Thank you both for being here. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Aziz, good to see you, as always.
Good to see you, my man.
Well, we're going to start off with the softball. Obviously, I'm very familiar with the restaurant, as most people are, but possibly there's someone watching today that isn't. So why don't you go into the history of the restaurant, how it all got started back in the beginning? Anybody?
Go ahead, sir.
I got this. All right. So back in 1989, my dad had the hunch to get into the restaurant business. So mom and dad opened a buffet back on Cooper and Mitchell. So they opened a buffet. They had no clue about the restaurant business. They just knew they liked to cook for the family. They were the designated chefs on holidays, and everyone liked when Dad was manning the grill. So he said, why not try it out? And, he did that for 10 years, and then we moved. We took a little break and moved down to the location we're in now on Randall Mill and Cooper.
Right, over near the hospital, right?
Yes.
Just this side. So obviously you both grew up in the restaurant business, and I love talking to people in it's now a second generation business. Elizabeth, touch on that just a little bit. I mean, what are the pressures? What's the pride? What's all the stuff that goes on with carrying on the tradition of this well-established place?
The pride is definitely being able to carry on the legacy of my dad and being able to do what he was doing for so long and enjoying it. And he was so community-based and giving back to the community and sharing our culture a lot, being from the Middle East and Israel. So he just really enjoyed doing that.
And now you get to carry the torch, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
Did you, growing up in the business, if you will, did you think, well, yeah, someday I want to work here?
Oh, no, not at all. No, I went to college, came back, and I tried a few office jobs. And then as much as I saw like the pressure of him trying to continue to grow the restaurant and just the momentum he was at, he couldn't do it by himself. And we had a really close relationship. So I just wanted to step in and help him continue the restaurant and just kind of take a load off of his plate.
How about you, Aziz? Did you have a hankering back in the day growing up? It's like, yeah, someday I'll do this.
Restaurant was a chore, you had to fold your clothes, you clean your room, go pick up a dinner shift, So it wasn't until after school until we could kind of see the big picture of working for our family versus working for somebody else, working with your family, right? So we joke around, we cut up a lot, we argue a lot, but my sister, my brother, my dad, my siblings, we're all best friends, mom, everybody. We love each other so much. So working with each other, if you're going to go to war every day, you might as well do it with people you love.
Right.
So, when I graduated from school, getting to see that management side of things, getting to see how to treat it as a business rather than a chore, and just stepping in and helping the family, like Liz said, it was fun.
You mentioned it earlier, how important community, not just family, but the community family, if you will, was important. Goodness gracious, you can't go to any event hardly in Arlington anymore without seeing Prince Lebanese at the event, whether you're catering the event, you're sponsoring the event, you're attending the event. Why is it so important, you think, for the business to be out there supporting the community?
Because they're the ones that support us, right? They get to let us keep doing what we do and enjoying being in the Arlington community, and they give so much to us and let us keep being able to do what we do. So we're always happy to give back.
Want to add anything to that?
Dad just always said, if you're going to get involved in something, you need to dominate and you need to give more than you receive. So for us, Dad said, hey, we're living the American dream. We're able to have a restaurant because of our community. That's who eats here. So why would we not answer the phone one day? I'll call and ask us to help donate a gift basket or donate food or just be involved in community support. So super important for us to, be hand in hand in business with that.
I'm going to get back on the community, but I have some other questions on that. But we're spending so much time, rightfully so, talking about your dad. I mean, and the great legacy that he put together for you and other family members out there. You've kind of switched around. And you have a great tribute to him with a scholarship. Give me the official name of the scholarship first.
The Francis Kobty Hospitality
Scholarship.
Yes.
That's the key word, hospitality. Talk to me what that means, a hospitality scholarship. So, who are you looking for to receive that?
So, like we said earlier, we were super based on the community was a big deal, but Dad was big on education, right? Dad was big on opportunity, and he was big on giving back to people, right? And so when we were in our younger days and our classmates were working with us in the shifts, we're in high school and college, he would give out bonuses to whoever made Dean's List, right? And he was always big on education. What did he tell us? If you didn't have straight A's, you're walking. He'd take your car away. Mom and Dad would take your car, take your wallet, your phone if you didn't have straight A's. So it's always big on education, big on opportunity. So Liz and Mom came up with the idea to honor him with a hospitality scholarship to keep investing into the youth here in Arlington, and it's an Arlington-based scholarship. So hometown kids going to the culinary program,
going into culinary or wherever that may be. Right, wherever that may be.
Right now, we have an official partnership with the TCC and the Tarrant County,
right?
Called because they have a hospitality scholarship.
Yes,
there,
they do.
UTA, you're on our map next. They're starting a hospitality program there as well. So
great.
I want to keep.
I'm thinking about be a scholarship rolling to UTA too. You see that happening?
Yes.
Okay, jumping back to community real quick. I go to a Cowboy game. Wait, whoa, is that the same Prince? I go to the Cowboy. I go to the Ranger game, and I'll go get hot dogs. And, hold it, wait, honest. Wait a minute. What is this? Renegades. I mean, how do you get so involved with all the sport? Are they coming to find you, or are you going to find them?
So, starting like 2018, 2017, we started doing what you call celebrity chef with the Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium, and that was kind of their way to showcase local chefs. The Cowboys, the Rangers, they're all huge community partners, and they're not only about big businesses, coming in there and doing well, they're also trying to promote locals. So we get to go in there and do celebrity chef. I get a booth of my choice, and I get to sell whatever I want for the game. And whether that's at a Cowboys game or just this upcoming weekend, we're doing it for the Texas Rangers at Arlington Eats. So we'll get a booth. They'll promote us a lot. And they're giving back to us, and then we're giving to the people that are going to the games. Give them something new to try something local. If you're traveling in town, you've heard about something, but you want to try something local. So it's a great partnership for us at Prince, and it's come from just being deep rooted into the community since 1989. It's when the first restaurant opened. So being on the board for the Chamber of Commerce, being on the board for the Visitors Bureau. Just being out and about in Arlington and showing your passion, your food, and your service, it will, it will attract the likes of, like we were on Food Network, or on partnered with the Cowboys, the Rangers, the Renegades, UTA basketball, you name it. The Wings. We've partnered with a bunch of them. Done a bunch of caterings here at the Chamber. So when you get a phone call and says, "Hey, are you free in September to be a chef at the game?" You say.
I'll make that work.
Yeah.
I'll make that work. So Aziz is out and about a lot, facing the community. You are to an extent, but for the most part, you're right there. You're how cool is it when you're at the restaurant and a celebrity comes rolling in?
Very cool.
That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they just come in. Are you able to stay composed and take care of them like you treat everybody like a celebrity? To be honest with you,
we always say the restaurant is like our family dining room table. So everyone in there, we want to make sure that we treat them like family and they enjoy the experience. And it's very cool to see just maybe like local celebrities or
other people come to town that aren't local.
Just business people. I mean, it's usually too busy with my head down running around.
Right.
But Caesar's good at recognizing all.
Yeah, and we like when a lot of the chamber members will come in, or business people or doctors or whoever it is that's coming in just wants a good fresh meal. You know them by name. You give them a hug at any point in time. Elizabeth will know 99% of the dining hall. She'll say, "Oh, this is this guy. Go say hi to him. Make sure you talk to this guy." And next thing you know, we're sitting down and they're ringing the bell for someone to run food because we're hanging out talking to somebody.
Didn't realize what's going on. Yeah. Orders are piling up in the window. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you this. I love to eat, obviously, but I love to eat great food, which is where you guys come in. A lot of restaurants, and we're going to let the secret out of the bag if there is one. Is there a secret menu?
Yes.
So do we want to spoil the secret or no? What is it? Aziz had no idea.
Nope.
But we want to know, can they come in and order something that I don't know about? Maybe, possibly.
If they know you, yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk off the air about that?
No.
I think it's cool. I think it adds to the mystique of the restaurant. I've heard that story.
We have a secret menu that we started out only on Uber Eats, and it was a list of inspired gyros. So the Philly cheese gyro, You know, things that weren't authentic Lebanese that we would sell to friends and people who knew the place. But, you know, not to the random Habibi that walks in and is expecting his grandma. You know, if he sees a Philly cheese gyro, go crazy. So it's just like, you know, inspired dishes that we've come up with that you got to ask about. Sometimes they have them, sometimes not. Sometimes we know what you're talking about. You know?
It must be somebody else. So I love the imagination. You're talking about the Philly sandwich and your relationship with the Convention Visitor Bureau. Well, in the last year or so, there was a big taco contest, and non-traditional taco restaurants put together a taco. What was in your taco? Which, do you remember the taco y'all had?
It was a spicy chicken shawarma taco.
It was outstanding.
It was great.
It was
Rwana's number one.
Oh, did you hear that? There's a little inside scoop.
Yes, it was great, and we did well.
We did really well. So we sold those Cowboys. We did Celebrity Chef at AT&T Stadium.
Okay.
We sold those at Cowboys games, which was a huge hit. We turned around and did Rangers game, Arlington Eats, where that was our top selling item, was the shawarma taco. And then Bud Kennedy from
Fort Worth, sure.
He put us on the front page of the food section for having killer tacos. But everything I love about Prince, spicy shawarma, tabbouleh, rice, garlic sauce, all wrapped up in a tortilla. So can't beat it. I mean,
You really?
So
taco.
somebody comes rolling into Prince the first time. They've never been here. They're all excited. They've heard about it from all their friends. They sit down for lunch. They can't decide what to eat. You want to recommend something? It's my first time there.
Chicken shawarma place.
Is that right? Is that the one?
That's a great go-to. It is, got us on the Food Network when my dad was there and got to cook that for them. And it's just,
Shawarma pays the bills, man. That's Shawarma's working hard over there.
Well, they may pay the bills, but hummus really, I think they pay their fair share too. Nobody does hummus better than you guys.
Thank you, brother.
Well, we keep talking about family business, family this, family that. Can't have family without a mom. Can we talk about mom just a little bit? Because I go to your place a lot, and I got to tell you, 95% of there's moms in there. What's mom's name?
Amira.
Amira, and she's there all the time too.
All the time.
She's what you call corporate right now, right? So she walks in the door, everyone kind of stands tall. What's mom inspecting?
Put your shirt tail in.
You know, and mom's always good about telling you what you need to do better. So she's coming out, what's this over here? Okay, you know. And so mom's kind of our corporate. She's kind of our consultant right now. You know, we run the day-to-day operation, but we lean on mom for wisdom and just kind of the big picture, because the day-to-day grind can be pretty hard, pretty brutal, pretty tiring. And so you need some of that wisdom, that classic mom wisdom.
She's our biggest cheerleader.
Absolutely.
They're so excited.
But she's got to be so proud, though. I mean,
She probably tells other people.
Yeah.
no, I would say she's got to be. I mean, the proof's in the hummus.
Yes, sir.
See what I did there? It's really interesting. I mentioned earlier from the community standpoint, I'll go out. Either I'm at a community event or I'm working a community event. I've worked events with you where I'm the actor on a microphone and you're cooking.
Yes, sir.
But you're doing it for the good of the community. And that's exciting to see.
That Arlington Charities event was awesome.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, it was cool.
That was
a bunch of money for local food bank. Loved it.
It was outstanding. Let's talk about the chamber for a minute. You guys have been longtime members of the chamber. You mentioned earlier you're on the board. You were one of our 40 under 40 recipients last year.
Yes, sir.
That was
old enough.
No, but you snuck in there under the wire. But that was a big deal, and it was a big thing for the Greater Arlington Chamber of Commerce to put that together. There were so many worthy people, none more so than you. But what did it mean to you for your fellow community people? Because let's face it, you're fun, you're jovial. At the end of the day, you're a business person, and to be recognized with other business people in the community, was that kind of a special?
You know, it was special just to be recognized with my peers. The other 39 were all awesome business people and people in our community. So to look at the class I was in was really cool. And then to be taken seriously, you know, okay, this guy is really giving his best in business. And then, 40 under 40 is a big deal, especially in a huge city like Arlington. So just to be recognized on all those levels with other people was pretty awesome. I had people I haven't talked to in forever reach out to me and just say, hey, we've been watching you from afar and we're super proud of you. So it was it was an amazing experience. And y'all did a great job with the event.
It was a good
reception. It was beautiful.
But you know what? We're doing it again this year, so you never know. Stay tuned for more on that. Do you get to ask this question a lot? People ask me, I'm like, I don't know. I just eat there. I don't work. Any plans for another restaurant? Any expansion plans or anything? I I don't need to know specifically, but I'm sure that's come up before. Maybe you got to run it through corporate.
Yes.
Mom.
You're corporate. We do enjoy working together, but hopefully one day.
It's a dream, You always wonder how far you could take it, but right now we're having fun, taking care of our city, our people, our employees, keeping the Prince family tight. So,
well, I'll tell you what's fun. Obviously, I know when I go to the restaurant, I'm going to get a great meal and I'm going to have a great time. But it's really fun to when I go somewhere else and look who's catering it. How big a part of your business is catering? You guys do a lot of off-site catering.
It's been very big. And
I mean, we got catering here to right when we get out of the studio. We got an big catering for St. Vincent de Paul we're doing. But catering, everyone asks, do you cater? I'm like, why would we not cater, right? We're already here cooking. Might as well take it with you, right? Or, but we've done all kinds of events. Liz helps plan, whether it's small office luncheon or we did a huge wedding in Fort Worth recently. We could kind of take the food and dress it up, dress it down, make it a, we did the hummus gender reveal. We had them dunk in the hummus. And
Wait. The hummus gender reveal?
Yeah. Our friend had a gender reveal, so we took them blue and pink hummus. Yeah, it was awesome. But, we do, we've partnered with some huge caterings at AT&T. We've partnered at, with the Chamber, with River Legacy, a lot of nonprofits. Was up. Oh, yeah, we did the President's Luncheon for TCC.
Oh, yeah.
Huge, 400 people.
Sure.
Luncheon. So we do UTA homecoming. So we do a lot of catering where we take the food off-site, set it up, we'll either serve it or plate it.
Well, from a pure marketing standpoint, what a great way to spread the word. Somebody's at the event. Maybe they haven't heard of the restaurant before. Well, who did this? Where are they? You probably get customers out of it. Hey, I had your catering. I had to pop in for the first time. What do I want? Chicken shawarma. Right here off the menu.
I mean, as long as we've been around, it's still fun to share different culture. Lebanese food is not as common as we would.
Well, we catered the wedding in Oklahoma, right? We went to Norman, Oklahoma and catered a wedding. And a lot of the people were just looking at the food like, what is this? And I said, about 10 minutes, I'll be the most popular guy in here. And sure enough, man, they come over, the discovery of trying something new and eating something fresh and delicious. And they come over there and they want to talk to you and say, all right, what was this? I don't have it. So,
well, your restaurant's truly a destination. I mean, Arlington, entertainment capital of Texas, your food is entertaining. I don't care if you're coming in for a game, you're coming in for a concert, you're coming in for WrestleMania, you still got to eat. So people in the know say, oh, yeah, everybody, wherever you go, you want to go, where do the locals go? Here we are.
It's fun to be a destination. People say, oh, we read about you. We live in New Jersey and we wanted to come eat Lebanese food in Texas. We thought that was so random.
And then they want to pile it up and take it back.
Yeah.
How do you go about, you're the one to ask for this, both of you, but I'm going to aim this at you specifically since you're there day in, day out. With any restaurant, consistency is everything. I mean, I know, and I do, when I come to your restaurant and eat, it tastes fantastic, exactly the same every time, day in, day out. I know in the back of the house it's not the same people cooking it all the time, but how do you keep that consistency going? You want to go into that?
If you're talking food, I got you.
Yeah.
We had to twist my dad's arm, but we have recipes and standards and guidelines. We run through a daily checklist every morning before we open, middle of the day, and at the beginning of dinner shift. All of our recipes are standardized. So, part of us going to college was trying to figure out how to turn it into a business and standardize it, and it's still got to have that Habibi touch, right? So, we still go through and sample and taste, all the recipes, and consistency is king, right? The old man had a saying. He says, "You're only as good as your last meal." So, the last meal you made for me, I don't care about the other 100. I've been coming here a long time. The last one's what you're going to get judged on. So,
yeah, I've heard you say this story before. You can give us just a glimpse of it because we're about done. Your dad's measuring system was a little different than others. How were you able, from a consistency standpoint, to talk about your dad's way to measure things and how you were able to, okay, wait, let's translate this to everybody?
He cooked from the heart, from the soul. The same thing, Mom, Grandma, they all cooked just with love of the ingredients. So whatever cap the seasoning that was in, they'd twist the cap, fill up the cap, and just sprinkle it on there. And so we would have to catch it and measure it. And we'd say, was that a tablespoon? He's like, yeah. And we're like, dude, that was like 5 tablespoons. Yeah, tablespoons,
Same thing.
And so, but, it all ties back into the, the love of the food, the consistency of the day-to-day grind. So learning how he was doing all these things, learning how to taste the food. You know, you taste the first thing, you taste the middle, the third, and like he'll walk you through how to do all that stuff, which was cool because he never went to culinary school. I never went to culinary school, but he was a master in the kitchen, you know, and he taught me everything I know, taught Elizabeth everything she knows about food.
Well, you're an artist because, frankly, somehow I could go buy the same ingredients, and I could buy the same pots and pans, and I could buy the same ovens and stoves and stuff. But what I do with that stuff is nothing like what you do with that stuff. That's the magic ingredient. That's what separates you from everyone else.
And the people are what makes a business. You know, you can steal the business plan, you can steal the design of the building, even though I don't think you'd want to. But you can't steal the people inside and the culture and the passion that we have for the food. So our recipes on foodnetwork.com. Good luck copying it. You know, I have made probably 50,000 more plates than you. Something I have a little experience on you, but you know, it comes down to the people, and that's what Prince is about.
Well, last thing for you, Elizabeth, we're talking about with the people on the day-to-day operations, staffing. People talk these days, it's tough getting staff. Every time I go, it's great staff there. How are you able to do that and have such wonderful people?
As blessed as we are, the girls that work there get to refer their friends and a little betting, but the girls that work for us are really awesome, and we have a good training system. And I'm surprised, honestly. I always go places and I get worried about the staff, but our girls, they just kind of know the standards, who set the standards high for them, and they do a great job. And they just know that we're here to make people, we're not trying to upset them with one meal. We want to make their day, make them feel at home, you know, just do whatever we can to brighten up their day.
Well, you certainly brighten up my day, and you brighten up the days of everyone I know. I'm very proud to recommend people to go to Prince. It's it just hits on all cylinders. And then lo and behold, if you show up at a stadium, you may actually be getting to have some Prince stuff too. We're out of time. Anything either one of y'all want to add today? We cover all the bases.
I would just want to say, you know, the chamber throughout the years, we joined in 2016. Joined with kind of like I was told to join by my friend Jim Ross. He said, "You come with me, you're joining." Okay. Went to my first business over breakfast, introduced myself, and people were like waving at me, clapping. I'm like, I don't really know anybody in here, but chamber was very welcoming to us, and what we've gotten out of the Chamber of Commerce was just how to make relationships, build relationships with people, because that's really who you do business with is people you know. So Chamber's opened a lot of doors for us, and getting to know people we'd have never got to know, or getting to meet somebody that later on would have me come be the chef at AT&T Stadium, you know. So the Chamber opens a lot of doors. You know, there's not immediate like, oh, we joined the Chamber, where's all the money going to fly in from now? You've got to spend time building the relationships, and it starts at the top here with Michael Jacobson and yourself and all the great ladies here, Braden, Elena, you know, you name it, they're all grinding and making a good chamber. And so like a lot of chambers should model what you guys are doing, because y'all put the people first here. So.
Well, and being on the board, you know as well as anybody, together we succeed, right? Amen. All right, guys, thank you much for being here. Elizabeth, Aziz, good to see you as always. We're going to wrap it up so you can get on to that catering, okay? Thanks for being here. Folks, and again, I want to remind you, just like we talked with them, together we succeed. Nobody knows it better than our friends at Prince. Appreciate you being with us, and we'll catch you next time.